Hey, yo, what up, people? This your boy Carlos Miller, man. Back with another video. Back for a little chit chat, little rit rat, put a little bug in your ear, you know what I mean? And we gonna get right into the topic at hand.
You fall trying to climb so right your ladders. Devil right behind you with a dagger. That lean used to have me about to fall for the wrong master.
It's story time. Going back to a part of my life over 11 years ago. Sometimes you be sitting back, reflecting on your life, reflecting on your past, and your mind just get to going. And my mind got to going, man. So maybe this little story right here, maybe it'll help somebody out. Maybe it'll help the next generation or, anybody. Now, before I say all this, I have to say this, man. You got to know your own value. When I was 18, I got my first actual real job after I graduated high school. And so within that, I was young. I had just been converted. Got saved, got in church and stuff like that. And, just trying to live that better life or that more, that legal way. You know what I'm saying? Now, my first job was a minimum wage job. I started out at a cashier at a grocery store called Food for Less. Today it is called it's Piggly Wiggly today. So down here in Mobile, for those that are from here and know about this city, back in the day it used to be a Manning's. And Manning's actually I don't think he owned Food for Less. I forgot how it went, but Mr. Manning, but he still was around, so he might was like a partner or a stockholder or something. I forgot the details. But anyway, I started off as a cashier, and within that, man, I was the flyest cashier ever, man. I used to come in that mug, you know what I'm saying? We wore red and black. I coming out with a long sleeve button down sometime, not all the time, sometime with some slacks, with some Johnson and Murphys. I was fresh up there. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time even somebody, some people used to think I was the supervisor with how I dressed, but I wasn't. But, I always just had that good positive energy, good, just, made people smile, laugh, just kept that good energy. I end up transferring and going back to the meat department. So, and I want an official a butcher, a meat cutter. They used to have me cut here and now. I was like in training, but I mainly handled the frozen area, the lunch area. You know what I'm saying? Like all the lunch meat, the sausage, bacons, the cheese, some of the cheeses. I don't think all the cheeses, maybe some of the cheeses. Just everything that had to do with the meats, you know what I'm saying? The frozen meats, the luncheon meats and your steak, sausages and deli meat. I just all that, right? So I used to have to keep that stocked. And here and now, and I had to keep the meat this place stocked. So all the meat that's being cut, I had to keep that stocked. But so, I used to be in training somewhat. They ain't really want to train me like that. Like I had one guy, he's passing out, Mr. Arthur. He used to, try to show me here and now. But for the most part, they weren't really training me on it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of to the side. And they almost kind of had me like just the little dude or something. I don't know, the young dude. You know what I'm saying? I know someone wasn't really kind of feeling me. They looked at me maybe a certain way because of how I presented myself. Because, I was I was just laid back, cool, happy, jolly dude. Like you say, man, I had converted, came a Christian, and just being a people person, and I guess they looked at me like I wasn't man enough or something for them. So I remember one time, man, my boss, I ain't gonna say his name though. I remember my boss in the meat department. I remember I asked him about getting a raise. Now, this whole time, I haven't had a raise. I worked there like 2.5 years, didn't have a raise. One time I had a check that looked like a raise. It was a little bit more. The pay rate had went up, and I just went to them and asked them about it, and they was like, huh? Like, kind of like they were surprised or something. I guess they got me mixed up with the other guy that was working back there. That was named Carlos for some reason. But yeah, so they put me back to where I was. But anyway, I remember I asked him for a raise. And I don't know, at the time it was minimum wage, so I think I might have asked him for $9 or something. And he was like, what you need money for? Like, what you need money for? I'm like, what you mean? And he like, man, you young. You I forgot everything he said, but he like, you ain't got no bills. I was like, I mean, hey, I forgot what I said, but it's like, hey, I mean, I pay my power bill at the house. I stay at my grandma's. I pay the power bill, pay my phone bill, got a credit card bill. So, I mean, but what is $725 really at any time in life? So, he went on, man, you ain't got no bills. I got all these bills and blah, blah, blah. I ain't got a wife to take care of me. This the boss in the back, right? So he talked all that, right? Just say this, I never got a raise while I was there. Never. So, it was getting tiring up there, man. I remember me and one of the other managers got into it. I think some cat litter fell. And some people may not think it was serious, but he was like, go get that. And man, I ain't gonna get it right there. I was like, bro, like, man, you can ask me. For one, I work in the meat department. I ain't a stocker. I don't deal with the aisles. And you like, hey, go get that. But anyway, I know I'm making this a little long, but look, this is what I'm trying to get to, man. Like, after so long, this is what they did to me. One day I came to work. My car was down. My car had went down for a few weeks. When I got there, my boss looked at me. He like, what you doing here? Like, what you mean? I'm supposed to work today. He said, nah, you ain't see it. You ain't on our schedule. He was like, you on Saraland schedule. Saraland is another location, probably, I don't know, it maybe was 15, 20 minutes away from that location. So, ironically, when I was coming in, my dad had, just walked in the grocery store, or right when I walked outside, he was walking in to go shopping. And he was like, what's up, son? And, I was like, man, I just came up here, man. They telling me that I work at the Saraland location today. So my daddy took me to work because my car was down. So, I get there. I'm like, it is what it is. I actually get there and I actually love it. And I was having fun. Like, this location was much busier, and it was just fun to me. You know what I'm saying? So one day, this is what this story is all about. One day, one of the lady workers that worked in the meat department, she came to me and she said, Carlos, since you've been here, I see, how she put it. She said, pretty much in so many words, you're totally different from what I was told of you or what I was expected of you. And I'm like, what you mean? She was like, none of our locations. There was a white lady. I forgot her name. She worked at the Saraland location. She said, nobody wanted to work with you at none of the locations. I'm like, why? She said, because your boss, the boss of the location I was at in the meat department, bad mouthed you to everybody in the company, or all the store managers or the meat department managers or whoever, right? She said nobody wanted to work with you because he bad mouthed you so bad. She said, but after I've seen you and seen your work, I don't see nothing he's talking about. So I'm like, oh, really? I did not know that. So I'm just showing y'all, man, how this man blackballed me. Maybe that's the reason why I never got a raise. Because this man blackballed me, and I guess you can say belittled me to the other stores. Now, this is something that I would have never known if I didn't go there. Now, maybe they threw me to the Saraland location because they knew I didn't have a car. Because even though I didn't have a car, I would walk to work. You know what I'm saying? It might take me, I don't know, 20 minutes to get there or something. Something like that. But I'll walk to work. So, it wasn't a thing. I don't know if they set me up like that because that was their way of trying to get me out of there without, I guess, without firing me. You know what I'm saying? Don't pull unemployment or something. But I think I eventually got my car fixed, and thanks to my grandmother, man. Thanks to my grandmother. I called on her birthday, my great-grandmother, just to tell her happy birthday. And she knew something was wrong with my car, and she asked me what was wrong with it. I told her what was wrong with it, and she told me to come get this money to get my car fixed. So, man, I miss you, Grandmama. I really do. So, yeah, it's like they blackballed me. So, and I was, and it was kind of upsetting to me when I heard it, because I actually liked the location I was at. It wasn't all that mess and stress as the other one was. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, I found me another job. Now, I found another job through one of the sisters at my church. She told me to go to the hospital, and they probably needed somebody in housekeeping. But I was in school for culinary arts, so after I did that application, now some told me to go to the cafeteria, and she almost wanted me to start immediately. So I put in a 2-week notice there, but I ain't even do the 2 weeks. For one, I ain't had time. I was like, man, I got to go from here to there. I ain't gonna make it. But I just didn't even care. Definitely after how they treated me. So. Yeah, man, that story time. I tell you all, know your value, know your worth, because these people out here don't like you, and they will try to play you. They will try to keep you down, or somebody will be trying to take your spot. So I would say this: put yourself first. Now, sometimes putting yourself first means you got to bite the bullet to get a check. You know what I'm saying? And I want to just also let you all know this, because I am an entrepreneur. I'm thinking about getting back in the kitchen, getting a regular job, but I am an entrepreneur. And it's challenges to both sides. But I will say, don't let nobody talk you out of your blessings if you got a good job that's a 9 to 5. Don't let these people on the internet, I don't care what they talk about freedom. It's freedom. It's freedom, but it ain't free. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. This your boy, Carlos Miller. Hey, y'all go listen to your boy music. most of my music still gonna pop up under, well, all I got out now is gonna be under Carlos Miller, The Prodigal Son. But the name is being changed to just Carlos Miller. You know what I'm saying? So if you like Christian rap, go holler at your boy, man. Keep God first. God is good, Jesus is great, and God don't make mistakes, baby.
Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Happy